Okay, so today we are going to be looking at career accelerator. Usually we have this last. All right, last is usually our last class for all our classes, and it's very important because we want students to get into it. But for our MVA, we want you guys to start applying for jobs, like I said last time we meant. So that's why we are bringing this right now. Okay. And for Joyce, of course, this is our last session. Joyce. All right. Basically, this has everything you need to know about remote jobs. And to be very honest, I don't think there's anything on on this or that I'm going to be teaching you that you don't already know, right? But the difference between these and what you've known is going to be how you execute what you are learning tonight. Okay, so I'm going to say that again. And what I'm saying that let me open our emotive. So there's nothing I'm going to be teaching you tonight that you've not seen or heard elsewhere. All right. And the difference between what you are learning tonight and what you've known will be how you execute this that I'm going to teach you. Okay. So to start with, I don't know how many of you already have access to. I don't know if you have access to these our remotive accounts. If you don't, I should share. Let me just find a way to share it right now on the call. Um, okay. I think what you need is the login and the login details. Please hold on. Okay, first let me stop sharing my screen so that for privacy. Okay. So let me get the login details to that remotive account and I'll share it with you guys right away. Remotive login. Okay, I found it. So let me share it on WhatsApp. Okay. So once you have it, don't do anything yet. Don't do anything on it yet. All right. You are going to learn how to use it tonight. Joyce, can you send me hi? Please. I've received a lot of messages. Okay, I think I've seen you. Don't worry, I've seen your message. I've seen your shots. Okay. Then my MVA guys. So I think everyone should have it now. You can check your WhatsApp. I've sent that. So once you log in, let me share my screen back. Please, you are not signing up. Okay, you're not signing up. You are logging in. So there are different between that's why I'm sharing the password and the username with you. Okay, so you're not going to have to create a new account. Just log in, and once you log in, you will see this. You'll be able to browse all jobs. Okay, browse all jobs, and you'll be able to what else? See, yeah, this is for all jobs. Okay, you'll be able to see all jobs, and another thing is you'll be able to see affiliate program. Okay, you're going to see FAQs. Okay, so let me see this. Does it cover what we are paying for? Hold on. Okay, please hold on. Okay, I think this is for email. Oh, we're already getting the emails. We're already getting the email. So I'm gonna be sharing. Let me check the last email they sent. uh remote. Okay, look at it. So they send emails to us every day with job listings. With some of them are worldwide. Of course, some of them are worldwide. Some of them are location based. UK, US, Germany, and this is Nigeria. Some of them are location based and some of them are worldwide. So what I'm going to do for my part is to be sharing this, but not yet until you've learned how to use the remote shift and other things. That's why this is very important. So now, the first thing you want to know is how to find remote jobs. All right, how to find remote jobs. The first thing is you need a CV. All right, you need a CV, and you need to have a niche. A niche is your area that you want to work in. For example, you want to work as a virtual assistant, you want to work as a customer service rep, you want to work as a medical virtual assistant. You understand? So whichever one you want to work, you have to focus and choose one area, and then have a CV. All right, have a CV. So I'll review some of your CVs right already, right? And for what you've done so far, what you have so far is okay. But after this program, your CV will have to be revamped. You will have to work on your CV for you, or you do it by yourself, or we have to do it for you. Either way. All right. So your CV have to be revamped to align with MVA, or for customer service, your CV have to be reworked to align with customer service. Understand? So once you have your CV, then the second thing you need to have is your portfolio. All right. So these are just, like I said, I'm sure you've had these things before. All right, but how you execute what I'm teaching you is going to be the difference. So now, portfolio looks like something like this. This is my own portfolio. All right, although I didn't build this with AI, but you can actually build yours with AI. All right, my programmer built this for me. Of course, I had to work with him as well because I can also design. So now, yours can be something like, it can have home page. Please listen, okay? It can have home page. You don't have to have about leadership. Then yours can have projects, all right, projects and contact page. So unlike mine that has blog session, media session, services project session, where I have all of my projects, both current and past projects, leadership session where I have all my leadership positions. Yours don't necessarily need to have all of this. So now what do you need to do? You go to Claude AI. All right. So the reason why I'm recommending Claude AI for you is because it's very good with its UX and UI, which is UI and UX. Okay. I'm talking about design now. So once you go to Claude AI, share everything you've done, all the skills you've learned in your classes. All right. If there are any projects, I know I've not been giving you guys projects like that, MVA. I think you've only had one project and it's very intentional. So once you start having your projects, the projects you are working on, share those links to with the AI, with your Claude AI, and ask it to build a 3-page portfolio. Please pay attention to this. You can write it down. Prompt it and say build a 3-page portfolio that has home page, project page, and contact me page. Okay, so now then tell it to use all the projects you've done. You can share the links to those projects, and of course you can save those projects on Google Drive. Okay, I think that was all right. I did. Let me check. Or did I just add screenshots? Okay, I think I added screenshots. Although of course mine is not like I'm looking for a job and I don't really find any job. All right, but of course you are currently like sourcing for jobs, so yours is going to be very different from what I have here. Okay, so what you need to do is attach those links of the work samples you've done, okay, to the AI, like with share with the AI, and it's not going to build you a portfolio, right? the portfolio, of course, share your picture, like a very fine picture of yourself. If you don't have, you can go to photo, you can go for photo shoot. Okay, share a very clean and professional picture of yourself with the same AI and ask it to use that picture on your portfolio as well. All right. Now that same picture that is well snapped, use it on your LinkedIn profile picture as well. That means you have to change your LinkedIn profile picture to be the same thing with what you have on your portfolio. All right. Now, if there are past people you've worked with, like your former bosses, reach out to them and let them give you reviews, and also share those reviews with the AI to attach as well on your portfolio. So by the time you prompt it, I know for free trial it can expire, but don't worry, it's going to come back again maybe in the next 5 hours, resuming what you are doing and tell it to continue from where it stopped till you have a portfolio. Now, the second step, or is that the third? Now, once you have that portfolio link, it's going to give you in HTML form. HTML is a website format for storing web data or web content. All right, it's called HTML. Now, the HTML is not what you are going to have on your CV or you are going to use to apply for jobs. No. So what you now need to do is to convert that HTML to a website link, and that is very very easy. So what do you need to do? Go to varsel.com. Go to varsel.com and create an account. It's free to use. All right. Create an account. So once you create an account, you can let me know once you create an account so that I will check. But it's not hard, you understand. So once you create an account, this is for VA Global, and that's everything we have been doing. Now, click on add new. Add new. All right. Please don't forget this step. This is not hard at all. I know it's practical, but it's not hard. The first thing is go to Varsel. No, not the first thing. I've told you some steps before this. So go to Varsel and then click on add new. Then click on add project, not domain, not store, not all of this projects. Okay, left click on projects. All right, now wait there and open a new tab. I have a lot of tabs. Let me just close some of these tabs I have open so that you can see it, because this is MacBook. It's going to just keep hiding the tabs. Let me close some of the tabs I have open because I wanted to see what we are doing. Okay. Hold on. Let me just close some of these tabs. Okay, I think we are good now. So open a new tab. Don't forget, once you click on the new project, stop there. Okay. Now open a new tab and go to github.com. GitHub or GitHub, whatever you want to call it, but we call it GitHub or GitHub. Then sign up on GitHub. It's free as well to use. So click on sign up for GitHub. But for us, we already have an account, so I'm just going to sign in to show you what I want to show you. But sign up, you understand? You can sign up with your account, your Gmail or email you have. So once you sign up, sign in. So I'm just going to sign up with our own. So sign in. You see, you can use Gmail. Now, I've signed in. This is how GitHub looks like. So GitHub is a public place for different web products. You understand? Once you hear open source, is they're talking about web products that are made available online publicly. And once you hear private source or maybe private files, that means they are documents or web pages, web products that are not available publicly. So your own project is going to be private because you don't want people searching and landing on your portfolio. But if you want that, you can make your work public. Either way, you are good to go. So go to GitHub and click on add new. So what you're adding is called a repository. I don't want to be explaining what those things means because this is not a website design class. Okay, this is just to create your portfolio. Now, click on new and add a new repository. So your repository name is going to have your full name since you are creating your website, your portfolio, you understand? So the owner is going to have your name. That's why you have VA global forward slash, you understand? So you're going to be maybe Tosin Ayodeji forward slash or your name, you understand? Then you can now say portfolio. Are you clicking? So it's going to have your name forward slash portfolio. So you can describe it, especially if you want to make it public, you can describe it. So what is description? Description is just a summary of your portfolio. Oh, my name is this. This is my portfolio. I have done this is where I have worked. Okay, but it's not compulsory. All right. To add description is not compulsory, and you have up to 350 characters to do that. Okay. Now I said you can either make your own open source or private, if you remember. Now, if you make it public, anyone on the internet can see that work. That's called open source. You understand? Or if you want to make it private, that means only you or whoever you share it with can see it, and they can make changes or commit or copy your portfolio or do something to your portfolio. You understand? They can't affect your own work, but they can duplicate your work to do their own portfolio. That's how open source work. You understand? People can duplicate what you've done and use it for themselves. So once you hear, I want to create a website, and okay, there's this there's this web product now, right? That a guy did. I'm trying to remember the name. Something PIM or BIM that can help pastors interpret or bring out transcriptions of whatever they are saying in church. Now, someone else went to go and do his own and he made it open source. Now, that open source, if I want to make my own, I can go there, duplicate that what he has done, and make some changes. Boom, I have my own product. That's how it works. You understand? So you can either decide to make it public or private, whichever one you want. Then you can add a readme. If you are making it public, a readme works. A readme is just what have you done? Okay, so this readme is going to just explain the portfolio, but it's not a must. So you can leave all of these things and click on create repository. Create repository. Okay, so now once you've clicked on create repository, you are going to have this page on that I'm having on. Am I recording? Okay. Ah, okay, we are recording now. Okay, we are recording. Okay, good. So you're going to have this page that I have right now. All right. So what you need to do is that HTML file you got from Claude AI. If you remember, right, that HTML file you got from Claude AI. You're not going to click on upload a file. So look at it. Upload an existing file. So if you click on it, it's going to ask you to choose or drag the file. That HTML file, you can drag it here or choose it from your computer. So let me just choose any HTML file I have on my laptop. So this is HTML. This is HTML. So I can choose this. For example, this class now. Let me show you again. This notes. This is an HTML file, and that's why you see the name. It ends with .html, but it's currently saved on my local file on my computer. That's why if I share this with you now, if I copy this URL or this direction, you can call it pathway, you can call it direction, you can call it URL or whatever. If I say let me share this with you now, if you click on it, it can't open your laptop because this is saved on my MacBook. You understand now? But I can make it pop. I can make it in a way that you can be able to open it. All right, that's what we are trying to do. So now this is the file. Okay, so I'll come back to GitHub and click on choose file. So I will choose this class note now. This accelerator HTML. I will now click on open. So it's going to upload it. Then I will click on commit changes. You can see processing my file. Have you seen it? So now the file is here. You can open the file. So once you open the file, you see all the code. This is if you don't know about code, don't edit anything here. But if you know about code, if there's anything you want to tweak, you can easily edit from here. You understand? You can easily edit from here. Now, the next thing you want to do. Oh, sorry, someone, please, sorry. Please give me a minute. Okay, thank you guys. So now someone is saying she won't be able to join the class. So I just got the message on WhatsApp, but that's she will listen to the recording. So now next thing you want to do is what's the pathway of this file now? Is portfolio forward slash remote jobs is too long. In fact, right, GitHub cannot recognize this HTML file right now. Now the reason is because when you're saving an HTML file, you want to save it with index. In fact, when let's say you are using this, I have this file that I'm using to code. What's the name? Text edit. I can use text edit to code. I can also use what's the name of this other guy here? Yes, it's Visual Studio. So whether you're using Visual Studio or whatever, the way you save your HTML file can affect the visibility of the file. All right, and I'm going to show you what I mean now. So what we need to do here is just to edit this file. So edit the file, click on edit file. So now once you click on edit file, you'll be able to edit the name of that file. You understand? So remove all of these things. You can see, right? And type index.html. You can see. That's all. Index.html. So I will now come here and click on save changes. You can see. Commit changes. That's all. You understand? You are done with GitHub. Now go back to your Vercel, which was what we did first. You understand? And immediately, automatically, since you left the tab open, automatically the portfolio website will just show you. Look at it, portfolio. You can see what can you see here? Just now. So it was immediately we commit the changes we made to the file. My MacBook is slow. Sorry. Please help me with my MacBook charger. Thank you. It was immediately we commit this file that it shows on our Vercel, right? That we have a new project here that we can import. So now come here and click on import. You understand? So once you click on import, then it's going to bring this page for you. Please go down, guys. Let me just plug my this one. Okay, sorry, before I continue, let me know if are you getting it. If you are getting it, let me know. You can give me thumbs up, you can unmute yourself. Or if you feel lost, let me know. You can go back. Joy, Waliyat, Abosede, Dikuro. Are we together? Are we getting it?
Slowly.
Okay.
Okay, you're being fast today.
Oh, it's fast, right? Okay, don't worry, I'll go back all over again once we deploy it. Anyone else? Let me hear from you guys. Are we here? Waliyat, Abosede,
Yes,
Joy.
we're here. We're together.
Yes, we are here. We're together.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
yes,
now,
sir. Once you start all over again, it will be good, sir.
okay, nice. So where were we? Vercel, Abi. So this is the Vercel now. So next thing is to deploy. Okay. So click on deploy. Now, if there's any issue with the file, it cannot deploy. You understand? If there are bugs, it won't deploy. But normally your website should deploy right now and it should open. You understand? So let's just deploy. So it's currently deploying. So you can see it's deploying. So just leave it, let it deploy. So I think it's done now. So it's done. Now, once it's done, you can open the file. Okay, you can just left click on the file and it's going to take you to the website that you can now be using for your portfolio, for your CV, your portfolio, share with recruiters, share on your hiring manager website, whatever. So this is the website now, and I can now share this now. Okay, I can share this with you with you now, right? And you'll be able to open it from your own end. So let me just drop it in the comment section, and you'll be able to open it now. Now, because this is looking like a Versa web, of course, a Versa website, right? If you want to now make it your own, but before I go into that one, let me just take this all over again so that you will understand everything we've discussed. Now, the first thing I said we should do is to have a CV. There was a woman 52 years old, I think, that reached out to me this current week and said she needed a CV. And I told her the price she needs to pay, and she paid the price, and I worked on her CV and shared with her. And she said, before I did the CV, I asked her what role was she planning to use the CV for. She told me, I worked on it. After I shared the CV with her, she said this was not what she needed, and she needed a CV she could use for any kind of job. And there was a little back and forth, and I thought that I can't do a CV you use to apply for any kind of job, right? That's why I asked you, what role do you want to use this particular CV for? So eventually I had to refund that. When you are creating your CV, especially as a student of VA Global, you can have a general CV in your computer, fine. But when it comes to applying for jobs, please and please do not use a general CV to apply for a job. You need and that's why editing your CV is not hard. You can use Claude AI. You can even edit on your computer by yourself. I don't think it should be hard. Of course, if you want to pay me to do your CV for you, fine. Although it's not hard to edit CV. You understand? I can tell you things to share in your CV and go and do it by yourself. You can not share what you've done with me again. I will review, fine, free of charge. You understand? For a specific, if you see an MVA job, don't use a customer service CV to apply for that job. Very wrong. All right, very wrong. So now, once you have that CV, the second thing you need to now have is your portfolio. Don't worry, Messi, I'm going to take this all over again. Okay. The second thing is what? Your portfolio. And that's what I'm teaching you about portfolio. Go to Claude AI. Walia, let's hear from you before I continue. Walia.
Yes, sir. Regarding the CV, you said we should have different CVs for any kind of job that we want. For instance, now, for someone like me that doesn't have any experience regarding MVA job, so my CV, what are the things that will be inside that will be different from general CV?
CV. So the things that will be inside your CV is if you are using Claude AI to build your CV, for example, you now need to prompt the AI that you are a fresh student or a fresh graduate of an MVA class, and this class has taught you this. You now need to list. If you need the curriculum, I will share with you. You now need to list everything you've learned, all right, that you can do now, not just head knowledge, that you can do now. You now list those things with the AI and tell it to now build an entry level CV for you. It could be 1 page, it could be 2 pages, it could be 1 page, it could be 2 pages. All right. Now tell it to now build an entry level CV for you. Meanwhile, attach your current CV. I mean, the CV you have right now, which might not be for MVA, it could be for anything, but attach it on that prompt you are creating, and tell it to pick relevant skills and experiences from this your current CV into the new CV. And by the time you submit that prompt, what you are going to be having will be a CV you can use for MVA, even though you are just starting. That's how to do it. You understand? So it's going to give you an entry level CV. Entry level is usually from 0 to 2 years of experience. It's zero. So that is zero covers internship, it covers certifications, and so on. You understand? To 2 years. So it's going to put all of those things on your CV. And it's going to see and pick some things from your current CV that are relevant to the new role you want to go for. Because whether you like it or not, there are some things you've done previously that still aligns one way or the other with the new role you want to go for. You know, for example, MVA, administrative tasks generally. So if you've done administrative tasks generally, if you've managed people generally, in your previous work, it's applicable. You understand? If you use one digital tool or the other, it's applicable. So some of these things are still applicable. It's just the way you put them that now really matters. You understand? And that's what Claude AI will do for you comfortably. I am there, is it clear?
Very clear.
All right, good. Now, once CV is done, you can share with me before you start applying for jobs. I will go through it. Then I will tell you if it's good or not. But please make sure you do it very well. Now, we now go to portfolio. The big question is, how does one who has not done this job before has a portfolio? Now, it's not hard. What you need to do is start working on projects. Like I think I have that conversation with Messi. I think is that Messi or Kenny, right, over the week. Now, to have project is not hard. Look at this, for example. You can go to this demo website, or you can even use your Excel sheets. You understand, for it. You can use Excel sheet for it. Any database that allows you to input data into them, you can use them to practice. Like your Excel sheets, like your Airtable, practice with them. And as you are doing those things, as you are creating data cells on the Airtable, do video of yourself. Do video of yourself. There are two ways to shoot that kind of video. You can use your screen video, like screen record of your screen of your laptop, or you can sit down on your table and share and ask your sister, your brother to shoot your video, your clear video of you from your back, but that's to show your screen of what you are doing. You understand? So have the video, short video, and save them on your what? On your Google Drive. You understand? Save them on Google Drive. Name them accordingly. Oh, this is work sample of this. This is me working on EMR. This is me working on this. This is me doing this. This is me creating appointments. By the time you have like 20, in fact, you can even have more than 20 from what you've learned so far. You can have more than 20. By the time you have all of those things, save them on Google Drive, different files. Now, make them general. Like everybody can. Let me show you how to do it. Where's my drive? Okay, let's go. Let's use Google VA Global Drive. So open your drive, any document at all. In fact, let's just use these documents as example. So this is a document on.
You are not seeing your screen, no? Okay.
You are not. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, now.
So I want this thing to disappear. Okay. So I just want to show you how to make everybody view your file. You understand? So that you don't forget. I know some of you used to forget. In fact, I sometimes forget, but don't forget this portfolio thing, because once you forget, you might not remember again, and you start sharing those things with recruiters, and they will not be able to, and they will not come and tell you to give them access. You understand? So you go to general access and click on anyone with the link can view. You understand? So once you click on anyone on the link, then change this editor to viewer. That means anyone who get access to your link can view, and that's what you want. Then you click on done. It's very simple. Okay. So make anyone to be able to view all of your files that you've saved on Drive. Now, once that is done, copy each of those links of your work and paste them on Claude AI, a single prompt to paste all of them on it. If you don't get what I'm saying, right, go to your notepad like this. Open a new notepad, a new note like this. Open a new note like this. Paste all of those work samples. And now say, these are my work samples. I want you to build a 3-page website portfolio, or portfolio websites, whichever English, portfolio websites for me that has why, or we can use any color you want anyway. I just want it to be simple and not too generic. That has white background. You can give it format font, whatever it is. Just give it anything you want. All right. Use all the attached links under projects. So you can give it name of those pages. Let the 3 pages be home page, okay, project page, and contact me page. Okay. I've also, so let me just continue so that it will be bold. Let me just continue here. I've also attached my picture. I've told you to take a picture. You can go for photo shoot. Take a very nice picture. You understand? It can show you from head to maybe chest. That shows very nice and beautiful. All right. And attach it. I've also attached my picture to be used on the home page of the website. All right. And then I also said, if you had worked before with anybody, of course, now you are our student and you're going to work with me, you can come for reference. You understand? I can give you a letter, headed reference letter that can be on your portfolio. You understand? So, or you can also meet your other bosses that you've worked with, get reference letter, or let them just give you reviews. So tell it I've also attached reference letter or links, you understand, whatever it is you got, or reviews from my previous work to be used as testimonials on the portfolio. You understand? So now once you have it, click on enter and Claude AI will comfortably build what this thing you have prompted it to do for you. All right. Of course, once you have what it has done, you can make changes until you have the right thing, because it's going to be showing you what it's doing as it's doing it. You understand? You're going to be seeing the website as it's doing it. If there are anything you want to remove, maybe you want something to be big, to be bolder. The only problem is if you are using a free account, it's going to be running out of credit. So you have to come back maybe after 5 hours. But before you use a week, you have your portfolio. It's not even up to that. 2 days, it should be done. You understand? Or if you have 2 Gmail accounts, you can create Claude account on those 2 Gmails. So once one has expired on one Gmail, download the HTML file and put it on the second one till you perfect what you are doing. And once you have your final HTML file, what do I say you should do? Go to Vercel and create an account. And I said Vercel is vercel.com. Okay, Vercel.com, and create an account because we already logged in. Remember, that's why it just brought this home page for us. You understand? This is the same platform that is hosting VAA Global website. This is the same Vercel that is hosting my own portfolio. This is the same Vercel that is hosting different businesses that we control. This same Vercel controls all of those things. It's not hard to use at all. You understand? So once you have this account, click on add new, then choose project, not domain. Choose projects. So once you choose project, leave this tab like this so that it can always auto update itself. Now leave that tab and click on the new tab and go to GitHub. Type github.com, all right, and create an account the same way, because we already logged in. That's why it brought this page immediately. So once you are here, click on new. So what you are creating is called a repository. A repository is just like a direction, a pathway to get into somewhere. You understand? But this is like you are creating different repository names for different projects. Now your name, the owner of the account, which is your name, is going to be here. Maybe your Olamide Joy. You understand? Waliyad Ayomide. You understand? Messi Zainab. Your name is going to be here. Then / whatever it is you want to call your portfolio. You can call it portfolio or work samples or whatever. You understand? We already have portfolio. So let me just call it work samples. So you can describe it, but I say it's not compulsory. So as I also said, you can make it private or public. It's not a must. But if you're making it public, you must have it at the back of your mind that anyone can duplicate your portfolio and edit the HTML file for themselves because your work is open source. You understand? But if you don't want that, you can make it private. You understand? You can make it private. It's not, it doesn't affect whatever you are going to do or whatever you're trying to achieve. You get that? Okay. Now, the next thing you want to do is click on create repository. So I said you can add a readme, and I said it's not compulsory. A readme is just like description, but it's a longer description of what you've done. Oh, this project, I have 20 work samples here. I've worked on A, B, C, D. And readme is usually for when you are sharing what you have done. Maybe you are sharing your GitHub link. This is usually for web developers, not you. You understand? Anyone getting the links can see what the website is all about. You get. So that's what readme is. It's going to have the CSS code as well, or some description, not just the code itself, just the description of what you've done. You understand? And the tech stack that was used for that project. But that's why I say it's not for you, since this is not a web development class. All right. So all you just need to do is put your name here and click on creating repository. So once it's created the repository, we are going to have this current page. Are you getting it? Now, this page is where you now upload your HTML file. So you can either create a new file, that's if you know how to code here, or upload a new one. So it's better you just upload the one the Claude AI has done for you, the coding it has done for you, which is called the HTML file. So click on upload a new one and choose your file from your computer. Okay. So I'm going to select. So we have used this already. So let me just use this for another example. This is also an HTML. You will know. Look at their name. Kind. This is PNG, HTML. So this is an HTML file. You understand? So you click on open. Okay. So now it's done committing. So click on commit the changes. Commit changes. So it's processing our files now. Okay. You don't need to add a read. I've explained what a readme means. You understand? This is for people who want to open your repository. All right. Now I said the next thing is what? Open the file itself. This is the file that you just brought in now. Left click on it and open it. You can see this is the code. If you know about coding, this will not be new to you, but I don't expect you to know about coding, okay? Because this is not a coding class. So this is just like an HTML code. You understand? In fact, there's no much CSS here. If you look at the CSS, this is just the CSS that was used. You understand? All of this color. These are the CSS. You understand? These are the CSS. Now, when you scroll down the file, that's where you now see the text. You understand? These are all the text on the website. The text on the website. These are the text. So all of these are the CSS. The CSS ends here. It ends at this second div. Okay, this second div, that's where it ends. You understand? This is where it ends. All of these are designs. These are just the designs of the website. But you don't know all of these things. Okay, that's not why we are here. Now you want to edit the name of this file. That's why we are here. Okay, click on edit file. Edit this file. Okay, click on it. Now we want to change the name of this file. Look at it. This file is currently Saturday 3 strategy development HTML file. You understand? That's not the name we want. We want to have index. If we leave it as that long name and you commit changes, by the time you are deploying the website, it can't open. It's going to give you 404 error, or it can give you 403 error because it's going to tell you HTML file does not exist. It cannot read such files. It can only read such files that are saved in pathways that it understands, and it understands text.file.html, index.html, and other examples. But generally, acceptable one is just index.html. You understand? That is front-end development 101. That's the first thing they will teach you in class. to always save your files in index.html. So now this is the file, you understand? We save it as index.html. Don't forget, the name of the file is still here, work samples / index.html, you understand? Then you come here and click on commit the changes. All right, commit the changes. So now that we have saved the changes, you don't have anything to do on Vercel again for now. You go back to your GitHub, to your Vercel, and it's going to immediately bring it here. You can see work samples is already here. So what we want to do is click on what this was the first example we did. Look at the portfolio is still here, and it's going to be here till Jesus come. It's going to be here till forever, except if you lose access to your account and you can't log in again. That means you forgot your password. And even if you forget your password, you can always get your password back. It's forever here. Nothing can happen to your website. You understand? Now, click on import. So once you click on import, click on deploy. And unexpected error, I think it's network or whatever. Let me check, give his network. Okay, we already have work samples already. So let's just change it to samples. Let's see if we already have that. Okay, so it's deploying it already. You can see, congratulations, you have deployed it. So if you open it now, you're opening a website, not an HTML file anymore. This is a website. You can copy this website now and share it. You understand? I can share with you now, and you can open it from your end on your phone or your browser. You can open it comfortably. You understand? Now, for this class, this is where we are going to stop the websiting. But in case you want, that's why I'm saying in case you want. I'm not saying it's a must. So in case you want to now have your website that has waliyat.com, toastmyodeg.xyz, just like this my own now. You see, this my own is having toastmyodeg.xyz. This is a domain name that I pay for every year. You understand? It's a domain name that I pay for every year. But XYZ is always very, very, very affordable. You understand? Compared to others like .tech, like VA Global now. VA Global uses .tech, you understand? Some websites use .com, some use .ng. They are just domain names. All right. Now, if you want your own domain name like this, all you just need to do is go to any domain hosting. For VA Global, I recommend Namecheap. All right. So go to Namecheap and buy a domain name for yourself on Namecheap. You understand? You pay for that one. And that's why I'm not saying it's not compulsory. You can always use this one you've generated for your portfolio. You're good to go until you get a job. Once you get a job and you start making money and you have money to buy a domain, why not? You understand? So once you have the domain, you don't need to go and create a new website again. No, you just commit this vast domain that you've done to the new domain you are buying. But I don't think I need to teach you that because this is not a programming class. You understand? It's not something you need to know right now. Okay, or even when you're ready, you can always come and meet me so that I can show you. So here, sign in. So I just go to sign in with our account. So now we have signed in, okay. Now what you need to do is search for a domain. So whose name should I use? Let me use Abosede. Or someone should just type. Someone should just type how you want your domain to look like. Just type any name you want, so that I can use that as example. Anyone, just type any domain name you want for yourself, so I can just use. I can just use as example. It can be joyolamide.com, waliyat at this.com, abosede at something.ng. Okay, so it can be dot xyz. Let's have it as small letter. Okay. Ayomide bold. Is bold your last name? Because remember you are using this for your portfolio, so you want to have something that carries your first and last name. All right, so we'll go to Namecheap and search for that domain. So let's see available domains for you. Ayomide, okay. Let's see available domains for you. So we have ayomidebold.com, $11. Ayomidebold.to. Okay, the one you want, ayomidebold.xyz is available at $2. So you can add it to cart and buy it. So once you buy it, the domain will now be available on your Namecheap, and they are going to give you the process to connect that to your website that you've created already. You understand? So that's how to have your domain name. So this link now, so instead of them now seeing this samples.push.verse, they will now be seeing iamdebo.xyz, but still the same website that takes them to this same website. You understand? Please, any question before we continue the class? Any question?
So this class, can you repeat this class? Because I think I'm lost though. I'm not like to you.
Sorry, who is that?
It's messy. My head is blank today.
Okay,
Like very
I've explained this thing twice, like from A to Z, all over again twice. I think you joined late. You have to listen to the recording.
well, but if I have question, I wish I trouble you.
Yes, you can. Of course, you should know. You can always ask questions. Okay. Where is the notes? Okay. So let's continue. Now that you have your CV and you have your portfolio, your confidence level will increase. You understand? And you know that whatever you have, your CV is not just anyhow CV. You're going with something standard, okay? And not just that, your portfolio too. It's not just anyhow join, cut and join. You understand? Something that gives you confidence. So next thing is applying for jobs. I've always received this question. So how many jobs can I apply for in a day? There's no limit, all right, that you can apply for. The only problem is applying blindly to any type of job. People can apply for jobs they qualify for, jobs they do not qualify for, jobs that they know they cannot get in the next 10 years, job that they just apply. Why that is that why that looks like shooting your shot, all right? It can be frustrating when you hear I apply for 100 jobs daily, not yet nothing. But it's now until when you ask people, okay, let's now see the 100 jobs you're actually applying for, and so that only 10 out of those jobs are actually jobs they should apply for. You understand? So now that's why consistency actually beats intensity. So if you can choose 5 to 10 that you can apply for using the CV you've done and the portfolio you've done, see, let me tell you, most people don't have professional portfolio. I can tell you, most people have Canva design portfolio, all those website portfolio that they just build anyhow. So if you have your own like this that I've taught you, and you have your CV well done, that is well neatly done, you are already like ahead of most people. You understand, in the job market, because people know what to do, but the execution is the problem. That's why before we started this class, I told you whatever I'm teaching is not. It's not like you've not had these things before, though. But how we are going about them is what we're going to make it different from what people are doing. You understand? So now apply for 5 to 10. If you can do more, fine. But make sure that the more you are doing are still jobs that you should apply for. All right. Now, mirror the job description's exact language. And that is why I said do not use a generic CV. I told you the woman I had a problem with. I had to refund her. I don't do jobs. I cannot say I did that job. You understand? It's not the money most times. It's the confidence in that job. So now, when you see a job description, scan the job description. I think was it Olamide that sent me a job description over the week, or was it Kenneth? I think Olamide, can't remember who exactly. And she said, "Oh, sir, I saw this job description. Based on what you've taught us, please, are this going to be talked about? Are we going to discuss this in class?" And I had to explain to her that, oh, we have actually done this. It's just the way the job description put it that is confusing. You understand? Their job description, you just need to scan through and understand what they are saying and see, I can actually do this thing. No, this is what they mean. Okay, so one of the job description says ability to use a transcription tool to transcribe doctor's call with patient. What are you transcribing in that call? Definitely the SOAP thing we've done. You understand now? Which tool can you use to transcribe? Any AI tool can help you to transcribe. In fact, you can use what's it called, Gemini AI to transcribe. Just find any AI transcription tool. You understand? Create an account and AI will transcribe for you. All right. And things can even recommend their own AI tool that they can use this particular one. You understand? It's just all about using the AI, prompting the AI, and AI will transcribe. But what you are transcribing and how you are doing them is what we've done. You understand now? I think there's another one that says appointment scheduling. I can't remember the second one. So whatever job description you see, please try and understand. If you don't understand it, share the description with me. Let me go through it and explain what you need to do. So the second thing is, once you've understood the job description, take a screenshot of it, go to your Claude AI or ChatGPT or any AI you have, pull a screenshot of that job description. Now upload your CV. I mean, not your generic CV, the CV you've done that aligns with that job. Okay. Now use this prompt. This is my CV that I want to use to apply for this job. Add like ACT, add as the recruiter, and score me honestly over 100 with this my CV. Point out all the possible gaps on this CV for this job. Please hope you're writing it down. Let me see it again. Upload your CV on that Claude AI and upload a screenshot, or you can just copy and paste it. It's going to save it as a file automatically on Claude. And then say, this is my CV that I want to use to apply for this job. Act as my recruiter and honestly scrutinize this CV against this job description. Score me over 100 and brutally list out all the gaps on my CV that might not make me to qualify for this job. It's going to do that for you. Now, that's not where you want to stop. So once that's done all of those lists, it can list like 20 gaps or whatever gaps for you. Now say, using all of these gaps, build the right CV using the right languages. Please pay attention. Build the right CV using the right language. See, most times it's all about the language. You can do it, but the language they use on the job description is confusing you. You understand? So say use the right languages and keywords, like KEY and keywords to build the right CV for me. And boom, it's going to give you a new CV. Download it and use it to apply for that job alone. Oh. Don't use that CV for another job. See, job hunting is a full-time job. Except you want to start a business. In fact, even if you want to start a business itself no easy. So you understand? So if you want to start a business, start a business. If you want to job hunt, take it as a business as well, because it takes time. Don't just do it like the majority of people. Any job they see, just pick their CV. Some of them will just rename the CV, maybe from Toast-Biology, marketing CV. They just say Toast-Biology, sales rep. No, be deliberate with this. You understand? And this is how you can get a job faster than anyone else. All right. That's what mirroring the job description means. So that's how to do the practical. Okay. Now, your cover letter. If the job requires cover letter, Please pay attention. This is something they will not tell you. If the job say attach your cover letter, attach it. If the job say attach only CV, attach CV and attach cover letter. Now, in the body of the email, when you write an email, let's say this is the email, for example. Now, let's compose a new email here. Okay, so this is the new email that you are sending to apply for that job, right? Sorry, why is this not clicking? Is it network? Okay, it's loading. It's my network, but can you guys hear me? Okay, it has opened. Please, can you guys hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay. Okay, so this is the email of the person you are sending the email to. This is subject, all right? Okay. Now, the body of the email. See, whether they ask you to attach cover letter or not, I've told you attach. Especially if you are sending it via email and not applying on job sites, you understand? If you're sending it via email, this is your chance to actually sell yourself with cover letter. Okay. Now, the body of the email as well. Write persuasive content that still sell you. I told you this is a business, right? You are the product, the company are the buyer. You understand? It's a business. Buying and selling is happening. Your not like you like yourself, your skills, the skills you want to offer them are the product, and the company that wants to hire you, they are the buyer of those skills. So that means you have to sell those skills to them. You understand? So it's a business. Now, in the body of this email, you want to sell those skills to them. And how you do it is usually from the skills you have versus their job description that you have seen. You understand? If you don't know what to type here, you can also use Claude AI. Use this prompt. Based on this job description and my CV and portfolio that I have attached, based on this job description and my CV and portfolio that I have attached, write me a short body of email that is very persuasive and convincing. That is very persuasive and convincing. It's going to give you understand? Once it gives you, don't copy and paste it here, because whatever AI gives you can show as blank, like black and white on their end. Instead, paste it first on your notepad or your text edit, and then copy it and paste here. I'm going to say it. Whenever you are sending email and you are using AI, don't copy and paste from AI directly to your email. You understand? Paste it on your notepad or your text edit first, then now cut it from there and paste it here. Please remove all M dashes. M dashes are those long ones. This is hyphen. You understand? But the long ones are the one that will be long like this. This is a long dash. You understand? Remove all those long dashes. You can even tell the AI to remove the long dashes by itself or by yourself. Remove them and replace them with comma, except where needed, and you can use this short one. You understand? For it, can use this short one on your computer, especially if you are applying for Nigerian jobs. See, I have like 15 HRs that are my friends, and we fight a lot. In fact, I see fought with one last week that she had to come to my DM and said, am I not her friend? Why am I dragging her? And what did I say about it? She wrote something and I had to quote and said, no, it's not like that. You guys, HRs in Nigeria, are always doing like you're Lord and Savior of everybody. No, I just have to quote and respectfully tag everybody. It's still on our Twitter, on BA Global Twitter. You can check it. I'm telling you this because I know most of the HRs in Nigeria and they're my friends. And the way they see things, they see it differently from others. You understand? Maybe me, though, I don't some things don't just move me. As long as you qualify for the job, you will get it. You understand? But there are some HRs that, not all of them, there are some HRs that if they see M dashes in your email, they can say it's AI that give you, therefore you don't qualify without even checking your CV. You can't tell. I'm telling you this. You can't tell who will get your email, who will get your CV. Who this same tweet I'm talking about, it was even about CV. He said any CV that you submit, I'm trying to remember. She said people are using CVs from Claude AI to apply for jobs, and people have been dragging that, and I had to join them. I told her that it's not wrong. You can use CVs from Claude AI as long as it has the skills and your experience on it. You're good to go. But that's Nigerians for you. You understand? That's how they think in Nigeria. All right, so that's how to, once you have the body of the email, attach your portfolio, please. Even if they don't say attach, please attach your portfolio, attach your CV. Please use the right CV, and rename the CV with your name and the role. Please, never forget subject of the email. It happens. I'm telling you this is from experience. It happens. Never forget. You can see the first thing I did here was to write the subject first. Don't send a blank email that has no subjects. It irritates everybody, not even HRs in Nigeria alone. Even if I get your email and you qualify and doesn't have subjects, I'll be scared, because if I hire you, I would think you will not pay attention to details. You understand? So that's why you need to be patient. And that's why applying for other jobs is not something you should be doing. Apply for 10 jobs and apply very well. Make sure the 10 jobs you're applying for, you will be top 1%. That even if anything want to disqualify you, it cannot be that you don't send your email very well. It cannot be that your CV is not okay. It cannot be that your portfolio is not okay. You understand? It can be any other thing, but not a problem from your end. All right. And once that's done, you are better off. Okay. Now, the next thing is following up. Please, have I said always attach cover letter, even if it's not a request? Okay, I think I've said that. Please, always. Cover letter is just like a sales letter. You understand? Just like I see a girl I like now, and I want to send a letter to her. You understand? I'll write the letter in a way that will make her to want to like me back. That's how cover letters are. Do you get? So always make your cover letters in a way that are persuasive and convincing. The email, not body of the email is not the hiring manager. Please find attach my CV for the no, please. That's what 80% of people are doing, and you want to stand out as VA Global students. Don't do that. Don't say, dear Tunde, please find attach my CV for the position of, even if you have been doing it before now, please put an end to it. Your body of email has to be well composed. Say yourself. You understand? Promote yourself. Like I said, it's a business. All right. Now, following up, again, most people don't follow up. Follow up within 3 to 5 working days. Don't count weekend, okay? So if you submit your CV on Friday, following up is not on Monday. Follow up, at least let them even see it on Monday first. You understand? Follow up on like Wednesday. Do you understand? Let them see, let them review. And if they tell you application is still ongoing, don't send follow up, because it's like it's gonna be like you are too desperate for the role. You understand? So follow up is very, very important. And I've explained this number 5, so there's no point. Okay. So now these are some of the available roles that you can always choose yourself for. But I know that MVAs, customer service, and virtual assistant can apply for social media roles. You can. Okay, you can apply for virtual assistant roles. All right. Can apply for maybe content. All right, but you can't apply for this except you go and learn them. All right. Of course, your role as well, MVA, customer service, and so on. Okay. So I think we've done the website for this note already. Let me find out where it is. I think I shared it. Is it this? Good. So please go through the website, this website, so you can click all this link. You understand? But I'm going to tell you for real, you don't need to bother yourself with Upwork, Fiverr, freelancer.com, Guru, TopTat. They are saturated. They are saturated. Now on Upwork right now, if you want to submit a job application for a job application, you need connect, and people now buy connect in a way that if you are submitting for that job, you use your connect. People cannot use more than necessary comment connect. You understand? I think what was his name? Abiola was talking about Abiola. I don't know if you know him. Omalaja. We're talking about someone using about 1,000 connect for a single job. The world is so crazy out there. So that's why personally I don't recommend freelance platforms. Okay. I recommend this traditional way of applying for jobs and cold emails, cold DMs instead.
Sorry, sir. Please, what's
Yeah.
connect, sir?
Connect is what you use to apply for a job on Upwork. It's like token. You buy it, and whenever you're applying for a job, the job can decide to say this job requires 2 connect, 3 connect, 4 connect, 5 connect. You understand? And you can decide to now use more than enough connect so that your application can show up first. Sorry, who asked that question?
Is joy.
Joy. Okay. Okay. So connect is like a token you use on Upwork, you understand, to apply for jobs. So if I want to apply for a job now, I need a connect. If I don't have connect, I can't apply. When you
So
when
they
you
are
create
like
a new
coins.
account, yeah, it's like coins. Yes, like tokens,
Okay.
and
Okay.
you can buy more. You can, if it's finished, you can buy. That's how Upwork makes their money from freelancers, from connect. Okay.
All right. Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Please, is it just Upwork or other
That
apps as
uses
well?
connect, right?
Yes.
Yeah, only Upwork uses connect.
Okay.
Yeah, only
I
Upwork
have a
uses.
question
Yeah, let's have it.
regarding that email
Okay.
messages. If you want to send message, so after sending the questions to AI, then you said we should not copy the message directly from AI to that email. Like,
Yes.
you always try to copy to a notepad, then edit. Can we, because I have one app that I'm using, Grammarly, I use it to rephrase some words.
Okay.
So can it be applicable to this one as well?
Okay. Yes. Grammarly. Yeah, you
Yes,
can
kind
use
of.
you can use Grammarly, but I don't think you can copy directly. I've not really seen the effect of Grammarly anyways. Just to be on the safer side, anywhere you're copying your text from on Globe, on media, don't be pasting directly inside your email. Understand? It's because the way email translates. See, there's something called text, and let's go back to that email so I can see what I'm talking about. So this email like this, you can send it like this, as it is, right? And you can make it like, you can see, you can make it like a plain text as well. You understand? So sometimes when you copy and paste directly like this, it just shows as black and white. Black and white. I mean, the text will be white, the background will be black. So it's not gonna be like you have white text on the black background. It's not going to give you lines, plenty lines. That's how it always applies most times, especially from AI. It's most times from AI. In fact, all the time, self. All right. Now, what to avoid that, you can either, you know, highlight all the text like this. Once you paste them, just highlight them like this, and come here and change it to plain text. But most times you might not remember to plain text your email. You understand? So instead of doing plain texting, just before you paste them here, go to your text edits and paste it there. You understand? And before you now copy it and paste inside your email. For Grammarly, you can test it. You understand? You can send email to yourself, maybe to another Gmail account, and see how it appears. All right, but just to be safe, always paste on your notepad first. You understand? before you now paste it here. Okay, well, yeah, is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. So like I said, I'm not really a fan of freelancing platforms, but that doesn't mean you should not try it. You should not try. Understand? You can try them out. You can try them out. You have the website. You have this website already. So in your leisure time, try them out. Okay. Then remote jobs, remote job boards. So most of these remote job boards are not free. Okay, you pay. I know. Remote.co. It's not free at all. Remote TV is not free at all. We work remotely is not. In fact, most of them are not free at all. All right. So what we did was we paid Remotive. Okay, we've made that payment already. For you guys, you just need to log in and start using it for free. We've covered the payment for you guys, right? And we've subscribed as well. So now we are going to include your roles to our subscription so that we can be getting roles in this from them as well. They send roles to us every day directly into our emails. Okay, so we'll be sharing those with you from now, if any, anyways. Okay. Then of course you can also try all of this and see anyone you can afford. Okay, but they are not free. All right. Are we together? Now, of course, for Nigerian jobs, you can use any of these sites. You can use LinkedIn, Indeed. I've gotten a job on Indeed before, but I also have a friend who has never gotten a job on Indeed before. Anytime you mention Indeed to her, she will just ease. All right, she will just ease to you, say that nonsense plan. But me, I've gotten a job on Indeed before. All right, but she's just all about what is even LinkedIn. I've gotten a job on LinkedIn before. In fact, Madam Eunice, the last job I did at the Keja on site, she reached out to me from LinkedIn. I still have the message there, and she was like, she saw my profile, blah 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 blah. She liked it. Am I available to come and work with them as senior consultant? And that was how I joined them. You understand? From LinkedIn. People get job from different platforms, but I can't generalize just from my experience. You understand? That's the thing. So LinkedIn works. But if it doesn't work for you, that doesn't mean you should be discouraged. Indeed, it works. Okay. The same way, if it doesn't work for you, don't be discouraged. But just try your luck on them. Understand? So Flex Job is like remotive. In fact, Flex Job was the first platform we paid for before we now paid for remotive. But the kind of jobs they were sending to us were mostly not for Nigerians. Like 99% of jobs were not for Nigerians. So we had to cancel that and then started paying for this. This still have some Nigerian jobs, you still have worldwide jobs and all. Okay. Then Glassdoor too. Yes, of course, you can use Glassdoor. You can use Glassdoor to check salary ranges and so on. Okay, like reviews of companies, how much a role worth and so on from Glassdoor. All right. Now for VA jobs, you can use Fancy Ants. I recommend this Fancy Ant, especially for US clients. I've not tried these other ones. You can try Fancy and you can try these two as well to see if it works for you. All right. So these are different websites to get jobs. But I will tell you this. To get jobs on any of these platforms, you need three things. Whether on LinkedIn, whether on Indeed, whether on all of these platforms, you need three things. Number one, a very good CV. We've done that one. Number two, a very good portfolio. We've done that one. Number three, personal branding. See, I don't know how to beg you. I know all of you guys are adults. Some of you are mothers, right? I can't push. You understand? I can't force. All I'll just tell you is that please, personal branding is very important. I've told you my own experience. Madam Eunice, till now we still talk. She should be 50 something years old. She's like an elderly woman on LinkedIn. I never met her before. I didn't even know her at all. I just got her DM that year. You understand? In fact, what was her name? Not Sandra. Short by Nana. Nana, right? I don't know if she see her as a business. I think I've mentioned it here before. Short by Nana. Let me see if the business is still existing. Okay, I think she's shortening to short by N. Short by N. Okay, you can see it's a UK-based personal shopper brand. It's on my CV. If you check my CV, you see shop by N there. All right. Aha, look at it here. Toast Nayodeji. That means it's on my LinkedIn too. It's not good to lie, okay? I don't think I will lie anyways in this class. Not to lie about, okay. Now, this Nana, right? Her name is Nana, but her business name is N. She just short by N. She saw my profile. I think on LinkedIn as well. I can't remember. She reached out and said she's a Nigerian, but she's based in the UK and she's married to a UK citizen, something like that, right? And she want me to undo her business for her while she focuses on her masters. All right, and that's how she got me that job. I'm not sure if it was this class I've mentioned. She sent me my first computer, my first headset. You understand? All of this things she said to me, and the day I got the job was the day I did my POP in NYC. You understand? Like the day I finished serving was the day she reached out to me. I was still on the parade ground where they were giving certificate when I got her email that I got a job. You understand? So it's some of these things happen, but like I said, I can't say oh because it happened to me, then it's true, it's always happening. But nevertheless, if your personal brand is great, your chances just increase a lot, like a lot more than anyone else. Now I'm not applying for any jobs again, and that's why if you go to my LinkedIn, TikTok, I don't create content like I need a job. You understand? If I ended the job next month, the way I would do will be different. You'll be seeing you'll be seeing me everywhere. You understand? You'll be seeing me everywhere, like comment or post or I will be creating a lot of content. That's what I want you guys to do, okay? So when you have your niche, okay, you're a customer service person, okay, oh, you are a MVA, be creating content, please. Create content. Oh, today I want to talk about what MVA is. In fact, eventually, it might not even make money from job safe. With your personal brand, people can even start coming to you and say, this MVA thing, I even based Oregon, come and teach me, I'll pay you. And before you know it, people are even coming to you as a mentor. And before you know, you don't even want to apply for any job again because now you're making money every day. You understand? And to not get a job is not even going to be easier for you because now people see you as an expert in that field. Hey, companies work with people they trust. You build trust by building yourself first. And that's where your personal brand comes in. Okay? Your content creation. If you Google yourself now today, look at it, Google yourself. If you Google yourself now, let me just search for Abosede or who want to Google anybody. Okay, nobody. Let me Google Musa Messi. Zenam. This is your LinkedIn, right? This is your LinkedIn. Right, Messi. You're still with Standard Chartered Bank. All right. Okay, I can see something that you need to do on your LinkedIn. Remove this number. Okay, remove these numbers. Is this your Instagram? Messi.
Yes, that's my Instagram.
Okay, this is your Instagram. Okay, and this is your trade account. Definitely,
Okay.
this is not
No,
you.
that's not me.
This is
That's not
you.
me. No, that's not me.
Yes, this is not you. But this is you.
Yes.
So I can see 1, 2, 3, and this I can't count this because there's nothing going on there. You have 10 trade, 0 followers. So you have 1, 2 on Google. So that means if I want to know more about you now to see if I can trust you to give you a job, I can use this 1, 2. I don't think there's any other thing here. Okay. Now let's try to symbiotic. Okay. So the first thing, of course, you can see my LinkedIn as well, just like your own, right? Although the difference here is that you can read you can read something from here even before you open it. Okay. This is me as well. When I was with this other company in Brush Shift. Okay. And you can all of these links are open, you can open them. But this was where I was working with them as head of marketing department. All right. Now, Udemy as well. I have a profile there with Udemy as a certified instructor with Udemy, Nigerian instructor. Okay. So yeah, you can read about me here. This is not my portfolio anyway. This is a page on these people's websites. Okay. And other things, you understand? What I'm just saying is that if they Google you now or Google yourself, what can you see about yourself? If nothing there is building trust with employers, then you need to do something about it. How? Through personal branding. Be on TikTok, create TikTok account, start creating video. Be on IG. If possible, have two accounts. I know you want to have the gram, Instagram. In fact, no need for two self. You see, even the Instagram content, you going to Nowjis, you going to traveling, they add as a personal brand too. So leave those things and then still be using it as your professional brand as well. You understand? So your gram lifestyle and your work can still work together. Just don't overdo the gram thing. You understand? Don't overdo it. So build your personal brand with content, talk, video yourself, teach something, teach. Don't say, what do I even know that I want to teach? You've learned week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4. You know things to teach now, except you want to lie to yourself. Teach what is MVA. Teach who can be a MVA. Teach what is this. What is this? What is insurance? What is what is IPA? What is this one? There are a lot of things to talk about. All right. And before you know it, you already have 50 content ideas. All right. Now, this is just like a personal branding plan you can follow. Like I said, you have access to this website already. You can click on it and choose this. You understand? It's going to help you with your personal branding. All right. Any question? I've lost my voice. Please, any question? Any question? Okay, there's something I need to mention. All right. So if you get an interview, don't use interview preparation website like this. Okay, they are most times not free, and they are sometimes just there to collect your info, your data. Come to me and ask me. I'll prepare you for free. That I will have course with you. I'll prepare you for interview. Whether it's NMPC interview, whether it's Seplat, wherever company you have interview, whether it's graduate training. Like recently we trained Joseph and not just Joseph, right? And he got the job. So it's just all about preparation. So any interview you have, please reach out. I'll personally train you so I can get the job. All right. Any question? Please, this you need to revisit this class. So it's very, very, very important. Any question? Okay. Mercy, I'm not hearing you, Lo. Can't hear you very well.
The class because everything you talk today, I won't lie to you. I do not fully understand everything, so I have to revisit and so I can proper. If I have any question personally, I will ask you.
All right. Please try and revisit the lesson. Okay. Try and revisit the lesson. How about others? Any question?
Hi. Hello, sir.
Okay, is that Kene?
Yes, sir. Good evening, sir.
Okay, yeah, good evening. Welcome. You joined late as well. Most
Yeah,
of you
I
guys.
think I was having a little issue with my bank. I was trying to subscribe, but I don't know whether it's network. So they were unable to credit my this in the data that I bought from my bank. So I don't know.
Oh, sorry.
Hello, sir.
Yeah, I can hear you. I think I lost you. You said something, right?
Yeah, it seems that network is bad.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, sir, in our last class, you made mention of this CRM Zoho. We are going to learn about CRM Zoho, but we didn't learn it that very day. So I
Yeah,
don't know
we're going to,
when you will have time for that for us. I don't know.
no, we are not done with the we are not done with your classes. Don't worry. We are going to have it in our next class.
Okay, based on this one, based on the lesson of today, I came very late now, so I don't have much. So I have to revisit the voice note and other things. Then
Let's.
maybe if I have any question, then I will now come up with the question. Maybe next time.
Yes,
Mm.
sir.
All right.
My own
Okay.
question is now about this class.
Okay.
Remember last week Saturday that we did not have this our class.
Yeah.
So you said we should use our remaining days to revisit those classes.
Yeah.
So, and I think in is it um, I think week 2 or something. So you said
Okay.
week 1. Yes, you said enter accurate ICD-10 diagnosis code, and you said you will come back to it later. So I'm yet to see that one.
I will later come back to it, Abby.
Yes, ICD-10
Okay.
diagnosis code. You said you're going to teach us later.
Okay. Please
Then practical
send that
on
to me on WhatsApp.
okay. And in week this one, you said practical on how to use database.
Database. I think we've done that already. We've done,
Yeah,
yes, we've done
yeah,
that
yeah, yeah,
already.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to
Sir,
check.
hello, sir.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Okay, my second question again is on this thing. What is it called, self? I on my CV that I sent to you via WhatsApp.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have not had time to watch this thing that you sent across. I told you I was kind of being sick this few days ago,
Yeah, you
so
mentioned.
I wasn't that productive as well. So but that my CV, I just wish you can just highlight the areas that I need to touch or something like that, and
Okay.
and two for the content creations. Understand?
Yeah,
I have started doing something about it.
that's
Understand?
good.
So I have some like the sample that I sent you last time. Understand? It's
Yeah.
just one of the content that I've already done. Understand? So I'm also planning to do more of the videos, but I'm just learning how to navigate, how to use this Loom, and
Yeah.
I'm just trying. Yes, because as of this yesterday evening, I was able to. I don't know how I just click on somewhere, so the background just changed. So I kind of say, wow. So that is just. But I'm still navigating on how to use that Loom and other video editing.
Recording.
Yes, yes. So I'm just still learning, sha. So, but
Okay.
that's still
You
something.
have ring lights, right?
I'm yet to buy. I went to market this last week.
Okay.
I the one I saw is a Belgian one. Sha. That one they said I should pay. Is it 25,000 naira? So,
Okay.
but I'm waiting for month end. Then, but the most important thing now that is on my neck is that headset.
Okay.
I want to buy that one, or let me say, or not before the the end of this month. Understand?
Hmm.
So that is the most important one. Then after that one, then my next target is that ring light.
All right. So,
Yeah, yeah.
Ayomide, please remind me the diagnosis. Then, databases, we've done that. Can I, so the
Yeah?
first CV, all right. So when you watch today's class, you won't have any problem with your CV and portfolio again. Understand? At all,
Oh,
at all. We've kind of like broken down how you need to go about everything. Okay. Even if you don't have any medical experience at all, we've talked about how you need to go about building your CV. any role whatsoever you want. Okay. Did I miss any other question? Okay, for your ring lights, and this for everyone else. When you start creating content, there are some basic things you need to start with. You don't need to be a professional content creator, you understand? Because you're not one. So you need the ring lights, you need your headsets, especially when you get a job, you need your headsets, you need your ring lights, you need your laptop, so you can start saving for these three things. And as I know I've mentioned headsets like day one. Okay, so you need your headset, you need your laptop, and you need your ring light. When you're buying a ring light, buy one that uses battery. If you don't
Because
have it.
after I got that feedback, after I know this, I think you learn more.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Any other question from anyone?
Yeah, so I have a question.
Okay.
What of people that, like, some of us, like, we have everybody has their own personality. Like
Yeah.
me now, I don't really want to be on social media. I don't like content. I don't
Yeah.
like creating content.
Yeah. Okay.
So is it a must we have to be on social media space to create content before we can get our portfolio gathered up?
Okay. So now the reason why, of course, not when we're talking about portfolio, maybe you join late. I didn't say anything about creating content and posting on social media for your portfolio. No, I said saving them on your Google Drive and giving viewers access. If you remember, okay. Now the reason why content creating is okay for social media is for your personal brand, for trust, for credibility. And I do understand personality, right? There's this pastor, I don't know, that once had this message about people that are shy, being introverted, and it's okay. I think it's Pastor Bolaji though of Avestas International, and he said something about people who are
So you
introverted.
see,
It was him, Abi. Uh, and I think Joshua Sema too mentions. I listened to one of the messages that talked about something like that. See, personality is fine. Even me, right? I'm shy, though. I I'm very shy. I'm just fighting it as well. So what you just need to do is fight it. You understand? It's not a must, but if you have to, you can. You understand? And what it taught us in that message is that start by speaking to yourself. You can face the mirror, speak to yourself, gather two people together, maybe your siblings, talk to them like as if you are doing video with them. Then go ahead and do a video, share with only them, let them watch it, let them correct you. Start building your confidence small, 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 small. Join organization. If you are a Muslim, join maybe most organizations where you have to speak, where you have to face crowd. You understand? If you are maybe a Christian, join sales like units where you have to maybe say something, join meetings. You understand? That's how you fight it, because the bitter truth, right? I would say the bitter truth is that you go far more places if you're not an introvert. And I mean, if not like introvert, like is a bad thing, but you have more opportunities if you're not an introvert. You understand? Like, okay, let me say the Madam Minister now that reached out to me. Imagine I don't have a LinkedIn account and I don't post anything there. She won't have. Imagine Nana, till now we are still friends, even though I don't work with her again. You understand? I don't think she's still even running the business, but we are still together. We are still talking. You understand? That's just how to build networks and relationships with people. Being being out there, not an extrovert. You don't have to be an extrovert, but just putting yourself out there. Let people see your content. Let them see what you are doing. You don't have to say, "Oh, today I got the certificates." You don't have to tell them your wins and your success in life. You don't have to tell them you are pregnant. You don't have to tell them today you are traveling. You can be a very pri- pri- private person and you still have your content out there. You get what I'm saying? You can. You don't have to. In fact, you don't even have to share that you got a job online. That's why even when our students get jobs, there are a lot of our students that got jobs they will tell us no, they cannot share, and we understand. You understand? And there are some that once they get job, they say, why not? Let them do video to do review. Fine. So whether you get job or not, whether you travel or not, you don't have to share your private things for people to see. But you see, this education, this knowledge that you have, please let people enjoy it from you as well. Dish it out, face camera, nothing will happen. You understand? The worst thing that will happen is you don't have any like or followers. Fine. Just keep doing it. All right. Just keep showing up.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. I'm ready to be your mentor if you don't mind. Do it, share with me. Let me review it. You understand?
All
Even
right.
me, my social media managers, they are too. I still share my content with them. I say, please, oh, I made this video. Let me share. What is wrong? And they will tell me, I'm too close to the camera. Hey, this one, my neck is look like it's okay. But just all of us are just learning. You understand? There was this particular video I made and I forgot to remove noise. And when I saw it, you see noise in your background now. Go and remove the noise. It's just learning. I have to go and subscribe to CapCut Premium so that I can use some of those features. And it's just 6.9 per month. But even if you don't have CapCut Premium, you can use TikTok for free to edit your videos. Just like CapCut, and it will edit your videos for you. And you can download it and share across other pages. So just start small. Today, start by saying, my name is this. I am this, and these are the things I can do for you. You understand? Tomorrow, today we are talking about this. Now you can even have a content direction and calendar done. All right. So whatever niche, if it's customer service, if it's virtual assistant, if it's MVA, if it's whatever role at all, whatever niche, put it on Cloud AI and say, this is my niche, and I want you to give me 100 content ideas that I can use to build my personal brand. It's going to give you. You understand? It's going to give you, and what you just have to do is bash them. Bash means you are putting them maybe 5 in a day, 2 in a day, 1 in a day. Bash them up in a month, and before you know it, you have more than enough to talk about. And the joy of it is once you start loving yourself. I have a friend, Esther. She had no confidence with camera at all before. At all, at all, at all. I mean, even if you want to snap self, she goes to the cover and that was 2019. But now she's head of marketing at department. You understand? And she does a lot of content. When you start enjoying it and you love your growth and you thank VA Global for this session and for grooming you. All right. And if it's mentorship, I'm always here. I might reply you late, but be sure I will reply you eventually. You
All right,
understand?
sir.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, guys. So I think we are all good. Today's class was very important that we had it. Okay. Joyce, are you here? Do you understand everything? You can go back to the recording. I'll share with you as well. All right. Thank you guys for joining and do enjoy the rest of your weekend.